Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. If you appreciate the videos I do here and on Cropper Lyceum channel, please send a contribution. You can send that to Cropper Lyceum, P.O. Box 1983, St. George, Utah, 84771, or you can go to cropperlyceum.com. Just go to the tuition and fees page and click on the contribute button. And a big thanks goes out to everybody who's sent a contribution so far. I think we've got probably less than a dozen total contributions, but all of the money helps. Thank you very much for it. And we're going to continue to grow the school in the future. I'm going to be teaching rational children. So someday they're going to be open to arguments of rationality. I'm not going to teach them anything like, capitalism is good, or there's not a God, none of that. That comes way later. It's none of their business. They're too young. That's all floating abstractions. First you have to tell them, the Greeks did this and the Romans did that. First you have to tell them the information in the world. Later on you can start telling them socialism won't work because it's been tried everywhere on every continent throughout history and everybody always dies. Socialism and controlled economies and government intervention doesn't work. They won't be so easily fooled like the kids today get into college and they hear all this stuff about the Arabs are rebelling because they're poor and America's just taking advantage of nations around the world and trying to hold them down, and we get rich by exploitation. All that stuff that kids just accept today because they have no clue. They don't have the first idea. And it needs to be countered. You can't counter it by trying to educate the kids today that are brainwashed and don't care and they think it's all a waste of time anyway. And you come at them with an intellectual argument and their eyes just start spinning. They don't know anything. So we got to start early and just get some information on the table with young children. And if you want to support that, send $5 or $25 or $100 or whatever you feel, and send it as often as you want. And realize that if you're sending it because you like my videos, it's basically going to benefit the school. And realize that if you're sending it to benefit the school, it's basically going to benefit me because it pays my salary and I do with the money what I see fit for the school and for my projects and so forth. Now, I'm not quitting my night job yet because there's not, like I said, less than a dozen contributions so far. So I'm not quitting my night job or anything, but the extra money does help, and it is nice to know that there's somebody out there who values education and values my projects enough that they're willing to contribute to my activities as I am doing them, without asking anything further of me for them particularly. They just want me to carry on as I'm carrying on, and they're giving me a pretty powerful incentive, money. So I appreciate everybody who's contributed so far. I encourage you to send a contribution if you haven't done so yet. And I would like to get a little bit of feedback on what we should do now and in the future for videos. I did a little video back on Cropper B. What was the title of it? Possible upcoming video projects. And I've done some of those video projects and others I haven't done yet. So I do have in store some hardcore philosophy, as much as I dislike reading the hardcore stuff, Descartes and Plato. We're going to do some of that, and I think some Aristotle, some of his Nicomachean Ethics. But let me get some feedback on what my hardcore subscribers would like to see now, because only about 100 and some of you have made it over the transition from Cropper B. Hopefully that'll continue to grow. But as it stands, I know I've got 100 hardcore viewers who would sign up again within a week, so that's good. So just let me know what you're interested in seeing now. The logic marathon, we'll just let that be for a little while. I might have to come back to it, and I might even just make a whole new channel to do that, or just post it on Google, where you can post hour and a half videos. That's all being considered. Because those 6.5 minute videos, in order to keep the high resolution so you can see the whiteboard, they take a long time to upload because they're high quality. They're shorter, so it takes up a lot of space, and logic is a big subject, so there's dozens of them. So I just don't know what to do about that. So we'll just let the logic rest for a while, and let me know what you think.